So I think we are live. Hi everyone, welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice. So today we'll be discussing this problem, that is number of minimum picks to get the kth pair of socks from a drawer. And I'll just wait for some time for others to join, and then we'll begin with the session. So before that, I just wanted to confirm if my voice is audible to all of you and my screen is also visible. So all those people who have joined this, please confirm that I am audible, as well as my screen is perfectly visible to all of you, so that we can begin with the problem today. Okay, so this problem is as I'll be telling you while we'll be doing this. So this problem has been asked in Amazon as well. Okay, so I'll just wait for some time for others to join, like for a couple of minutes, and then we'll begin with the solution part. So Roy is saying yes. Okay, perfect. So I can see a lot of people have joined. So all of you can just tell me if you have tried to solve this question or not, because not only will be discussing the solution, but we'll be discussing the intuition part for this question as well. I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes for others to join, and then I'll begin with the explanation part for this problem. Okay. So up till now, whoever are in the chat, whoever are present in this live, so I just want all of you to just tell me if you have tried this problem or not, and if you have tried this, so what was your approach, and were you able to get a correct solution, and how? I just wanted to know, so that I am much more aware, what you guys tried. And obviously I'll be sharing my approach as well for this question. So I'll just wait for one more minute for all others to join, and then I'll begin. So all of you who are in the chat, who are in the live session, they can just they can just give a +1 in the chat, so that I know that I should begin. Okay, you can just give a consider. No problem. We'll be discussing this problem from scratch, right? So I'll begin with this problem. So first of all, before beginning, let me read the problem name. So the problem name is number of minimum picks to get k pairs of socks from a drawer, right? So this is the problem name. So it seems a bit complex, but let's read it one more. So it wants you to find the minimum. It wants you to pick the minimum to get k pair of socks from a drawer. So basically this indicates that there is a drawer and there are a number of socks in this, right? So let's say there are some number of socks. So from those, hi Akshat Jan as well. So hi, welcome to the stream. So it says that you have been given a drawer, and basically in that drawer there are a couple of socks, or a number of socks I should say. There are a number of socks, and from those socks you need to find the minimum number of socks. You need to pick the minimum number of socks to get k pairs. This is what I can get from the problem statement itself, right? And before moving on, let me also tell you one thing, that this problem, if you look at the company tax, so this problem has been asked in Amazon, right? And so you can see that this problem, since it has been asked in Amazon, so it must be quite important, right? Now moving ahead, it says that a drawer contains socks of n different colors. Okay, so in a drawer there are socks of n different colors, right? So there are socks of n different colors. Now you have been the number of socks available for the ith color, is it given? You shouldn't exhaust any socks. It is not given such, like you can exhaust all the socks. Like it is not necessary that you need to save some socks for the last. I'll be discussing this as well, Vignesh. So I'll be discussing this part as well, because I think that this is a perfect doubt. So I can see a lot of people are watching, so please give a +1 in the chat up till now if everything is clear, like whatever I have explained up till now, and just like the video so that I know that everything is working fine and I can move ahead. Okay, so moving on. So it says that Tony wants to take k pair of socks out of the drawer. So Tony wants to pick out the k pair of socks, and he cannot see the color of socks that he is picking. Okay, he cannot see the color of socks, right? And you will have to tell what is the minimum number of socks Okay, so okay, so a lot of people are commenting +1. So thanks a lot, everyone. So everything is fine. Perfect, perfect. So now you have to tell what is the minimum number of socks Tony has to pick in one attempt. So in one attempt only, he is taking his hand into the this drawer, and he's trying to pick up a number of socks with him, some number of socks, a fixed number of socks, and you need to tell that what is the minimum number of socks that he should pick in one attempt from the drawer, such that he can make at least k pairs. At least k pairs of socks should be made. So what is a pair of socks? So if the color of the socks are same, then that makes a pair, right? So up till now, like, let's see what we have understood from here. Okay, so if I say that my n is equal to 4 and my k is equal to 6, right? So I need to make 6 pair of socks. For this question, for this first test case, I need to make 6 pair of socks, right? 6 pair of socks. Okay, so this question has been asked in Amazon, just to let you know, all those who have joined a little bit late. So hi Dheeraj, hi, welcome to the stream. So now moving on, what we can do is n is equal to 4, k is equal to 6, right? So if there are 4 different numbers, so let's see what they are: 3, 4, 5 and 3. So the so let's say that there is a color green. So for green, let's say there are 3 socks. Okay, let's say for pink, let's say for pink there are 4 number of socks, and let's say for white there are 5 socks, and lastly let's say for blue there are 3 socks, right? So this is what I have done. Now how can we approach this question? Like, what does the question want from you? So how can you make, first of all, tell me how many number of socks will you require? What is the number of socks that you will require to make 6 pair of socks, right? What is the minimum number of socks that you will require to make 6 pair of socks? Just tell me this. What is the minimum number of socks that you will require to make 6 pair of socks? What is the minimum number that you will require? Just tell me about that, and then I will move on. What is the minimum number of socks that you will require? 12. Ashish Nehra is saying 12. Perfect, perfect. So this, for making 6 pair of socks, I need 12. Okay, so if whatever the value of k is given, if I want to find k pair of socks, right, if I want to find the minimum number of socks that I need to pick to find the k pair of socks, so that means at least I'll be needing 2 into k, right? Right, 2 into k, right? 2k, that is 2k. 2 times the k, the pair of socks that I require, right? Because if in one pair there are 2 socks, right? So that is why I'll need 2 into k. Perfect. Now moving on from this. Now one more thing. So if you want to find, let's see one thing, right? There is a range. We know that there is a range, right? There will be a minimum range, right? So there will be a minimum, let's say if we pick that minimum number of socks, then we can make a pair, right? And that minimum is 2 into k. Suppose all the 2 into k socks, or for this case you can say 12 socks, right? For here, since k is equal to 6, so for here you can say that all the 12 socks that you'll pick, they end up making a pair, such that you get k is equal to 6, that is 6 pairs, right? But what is the maximum? Can someone tell me what will be the maximum number of socks that I'll need to pair? I want to find a range. Finding the minimum from this range will be very easy, but I should know initially that what can be my range, what can be the range for which I need to find. Okay, so initially I know that the minimum number of socks to make k pair of socks is 2 into k, right? I will require 2 into k number of socks to find the answer, right? This is what I'll require at minimum. Now another thing that I want to say is, that what is the maximum number of socks that I need to require? What is the maximum number of socks that I'll require? Can someone tell me What is the maximum number of socks? What is the maximum number of socks that I can take? So the maximum number of socks is nothing but sum of all the socks, right? Maximum number of socks is nothing but sum of all the socks, right? Maximum number of socks will be nothing but sum of all the socks, right? Sum of all the socks, right? This will be my maximum number of socks. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, 2k, not, no, 6, not 6k, not 6k, 6 into 2, right? So k, for here, what I'm basically saying is, why I'm saying 2 into k, because if you need to find a pair of 6 socks, right? So for finding a pair of 6 socks, what you can do is, you can simply do nothing but k socks means 6 pair of socks. In one pair there are 2 socks. That is why the minimum that will require is 2 into k, not 6 into k. 2 into k, because one pair will have 2 socks, right? So that is why k pairs will have 2 into k socks. That is why the minimum number of socks that you will require is nothing but 2 into k, right? This is very much intuitive, right? Next thing, what is the maximum number of socks that you can take? So I'm trying to define a range. Notice that I'm trying to define a range. So what is the maximum number of socks? Maximum is that I can take all the socks that are present, all the socks that are present in the drawer, right? All these socks. So here the minimum will be nothing but 12, because 6 into 2 will be 12, and the maximum will be nothing but 15, right? 4 3 7, and 7 plus 5 12 plus 3, right? 15. Is this much part clear to all of you? So this is my range. This is my range. Okay, yeah, this is my range that I am working on. I can see a lot of people are live watching this solution. So I just wanted to say that please give a like to the video, and please give a +1 if up till now whatever I have taught, if the problem statement so far and the range, the range that we need to pick, the minimum number of socks that we can pick and the maximum socks that we can pick, the range, because we will be picking anything between this range only. The minimum socks that we can pick to make 6 pairs is 12, and the maximum socks that we can pick to make at least 6 pairs is also 15, right? It's 15. 15 is what? The total number of elements, right? So I can see a lot of people are watching. Please give a like to the video so that I know that everything is fine, and please give a +1 if up till now the explanation is clear. Okay, so Akash Jan is saying +1. Okay, perfect. So let's move on with the problem statement, right? Now what I want to say is, we have discussed about this range. Okay, now I am removing this range part. So now I know that there will be a range, right? So earlier you didn't know like how many socks you can actually pick, right? So actually, for making at least k pair of socks, what you can do is you can pick, the range will lie from 2k, that is 2 into k, right? Let me write it 2 into k only so that it is much more clear. So the range will be nothing but 2 into k, that is the minimum that you can pick, if supposingly that all the socks that you pick, they may end up making a pair. Now the maximum, this is the minimum that you need to pick, and what is the maximum that you need to draw or pick from the drawer? So the maximum is nothing but total socks, right? Total socks. Maximum will be nothing but total socks. Now this is very much important when you are trying to solve the question. Like, you should know what is your range, right? This is the minimum and the maximum. Now this part is done. Now let's move on to another part. Okay, another thing that I want to say. So if you see this, so how can I get 6 pair of socks? Can someone tell me in the chat, like, how can I get 6 pair of socks? How can I get a 6 pair of 6 socks, right? So like, before moving on, I want to, this is the first test case. Okay, now I also want to show all of you the second test case. So let me show you the second test case. So the second test case is nothing but, in the second test case what we have is n is equal to 2, and my k is nothing but k is equal to nothing but, let me just see so that I can confirm. So k is nothing but 3. Okay, k is 3 and I have been given 4 comma 6, right? So I have been given this is nothing but 4 comma 6, right? So what is this 4 comma 6? So in this 4 comma 6, it is nothing but 4. Let's say 4 is the number of yellow socks, and for the green socks you have 6. Okay, for the green socks you have 6. Okay, so you have this 4 comma 6, that is the pair that you have been given. Let's say n is equal to 2, k is equal to 3, and these are the socks that you have been given. So for this, what you can do is, like, what you can do, so like, if let's say you have been given 4 yellow socks and 6 green socks, right? So for this case, what we could do is, there is something that we can do. What is the minimum number of, first of all, let's see what is the minimum that we can pick. So we can pick a minimum of 6, and we can pick a maximum of what? We can pick a maximum of 10. That is the total sum, right? This is 2 into k, nothing but 2 into k, and this is what? This is my sum. This will be my range. I'll be picking up from this range only. The number of socks that I'll be drawing, I'll be picking from this range only, right? If this is clear, like, I'll be picking either 6 socks, or I'll be picking 7 socks, I'll be picking 8 socks, or I can pick 9, or I can pick 10 socks, right? I can pick either 10 socks, right? This is what I can do, right? Everyone agrees on this? Everyone agrees on this part, right? Either I can pick 6 socks, 7 socks, 8 socks, 9 socks, or 10 socks. My number of socks that I'll be picking, it will be from amongst these only, right? Now let's say I pick 6 socks. Okay, let's say I pick 6 socks. Let's say I pick 6 socks. So what can happen is, let's say if I'm picking 6 socks, so if I'm picking 6 socks, then what will happen? If I'm picking 6 socks, yes, right, thanks a lot everyone. So now if I am picking 6 socks, so what I can do is, I can take 4 socks from yellow. So let's say I take 4 yellow socks, and now I take what? 2 socks from this, right? 2 socks of green. Okay, another thing that I can do is, I can pick 3 socks from yellow, and I can pick what? I can pick 3 socks from green, right? Is there any other thing that I can do? Yes, I can do one more thing. I can pick, just let me clear this. Okay, I can also pick 2 yellow socks. I might also pick 1 yellow sock, right? This is what I can do. If I pick 4 yellow socks, then I need for 6. If how can I reach out to you? So like, if you want to reach out to me, so you can just DM me on LinkedIn. You can just search my name, Yash Dwivedi, on LinkedIn, and you will get my ID. So you can DM me there. You can send a connection request, or you can directly DM me, and whatever is your doubt, I can resolve it. Okay, so if it is 3, right? If it is 3, if I am taking 3 from here, so if I'm taking 3 socks of yellow, so I'll need what? If I'm, let's say I'm picking 6 socks, right? So if I'm picking 6 socks, so if I'm taking 3 from here, so I'll need 3 from here, 3 from green as well, right? If I pick 2 yellow socks, then for picking 6, so I'll need 4 from this, right? 4 green socks. Now if I pick 1 yellow sock, then I'll need to pick 5 green socks, right? Now let's try and analyze. So if I pick this 4 yellow socks and 2 green socks, can I make a pair? Can I make a pair of 3 socks, right? Can I make a pair of 3 socks? 3 socks pair, right? So I need to make a pair of 6. So I need to make a pair of 3, right? So I can make, for this case, I can make. A lot of you are watching, so please like the video so that I know that everything is working fine. Okay, now if I pick 3, let's take this. If I take 2 yellow socks and 4 green socks, so again I can say that I can make, yes, I can make a pair. But what if I say that I take 3 yellow socks and I take 3 green socks, right? So if I take 3 yellow socks and 3 green socks, so in that case what will happen? There will be a problem, because now only 1 yellow pair, and in this case only 2 pairs will be possible, right? 1 pair from yellow and 1 pair from green, and 1 yellow sock and 1 green sock will be left. So this is why there will be a problem. So in this case you cannot make. Okay, Now if you take one yellow sock and 5 green socks as well, so in this case you cannot make any yellow sock pair, and you can make only 2 pair of green socks, right? So this will also not give me an answer. So that means if I take 6 socks, so I can never make a pair, right? It is never possible for me to make a pair such that I get all these, such that it confirms that I am getting an answer. Okay, now let's move to this. Let's move to another part. Now what I want to say is, let's say I take 7. Okay, let's say I am picking now 7L. Okay, let's say now I want to pick nothing but 7. Let's say I am picking 7 socks. Okay, so if I'm picking 7 socks, so what we can do, can someone tell me what we can do? So either if I'm picking 7 socks, so I can pick 4 socks from here, I can pick 3 socks from here, yellow socks. I can either pick 2 yellow socks, or I can either pick 1 yellow sock, right? This is what I can do. Another thing, if I'm picking 4 yellow socks, so how many green socks I'll pick? So I'll pick 3 green socks, right? If I'm picking 3 yellow socks, so I'll pick 4 green. If I'm taking 2 yellow socks, so that means I'll pick how many number of socks? I'll pick total 5 green socks, right? If I'm taking 1 yellow sock, then I'll pick 6 green socks, right? So how many pairs I can make? I can see that I am from this case, I can see that I can make 2 yellow socks pair plus 1 pair of green, right? So I can make 3 pairs, right? So this gives me a complete answer that yes, I can make 3 pairs, right? For this case, if I pick 3 yellow socks and 4 green socks, then what will happen? I'll be picking how? So this means that I'll get 1 yellow pair and 2 pair of green, right? So this also gives me 3 pairs, right? So this is perfect. Now what I can, if I take 1 yellow sock from this 2, I can get 1 yellow sock pair, and from this 5 I can get pair of 2, right? For green I can get a pair of 2. So this means again from this case as well I can make 3 pairs, right? So this case also gives me a confirmation that I can pick. Notice that for 7, these are all the permutations that how can you pick for this n is equal to 2 and this array, right? So now, and another thing that you can do is, if you pick this, so you can pick 0 yellow sock pair, and apart from this what you can do is you can pick nothing but 3 green socks pairs. So again you end up making 3 pairs. So that is why this case gives me a answer, right? This case does the job for me as well. Okay, so now what does that mean is, that basically means that if I pick 7 socks, then that will definitely give me an answer, because all the permutation of 7, all the possible combinations of 7 that I am trying to make, all those possible combinations are giving me an answer. Always, they are always giving me an answer, right? Everyone agrees on this, that if I'll pick 7 socks, so this is at 7, if I pick 7, then all the possible combination of 7 socks for this array will give me an answer. If everyone agrees that 7 is the minimum number of socks, if 7, for all cases of 7, if I'm getting at least 3 socks pair, so that means that this is the minimum number of socks that I'll require, right? So for this case, the minimum number of socks that I require is 7. How many of you agree on this? All those who agree on this, please give me a +1 in the chat, and please like the video so that I know that it is clear, right? I require 7 socks, right? If I pick 7 socks, if I'll draw 7 socks from the drawer, so that means that I will be able to get it, right? I'll be able to make this pair, right? Everyone agrees on this? Everyone agrees on this? I just want to know. Everyone agrees on this, right? Everyone agrees on this? Basically, we have to find the smallest number where all cases are valid. Yes, perfect. Samiran Roy, so you are saying correct. So you need to find a number. This is my range, right? This is my range. That is why I was emphasizing on this. This is my range. I'll start picking, I'll first of all pick 6, and I'll check that all the possible combinations of 6, if I'll pick, that do all the combinations give me at least 3 pairs? Then if that is not the case, then I'll check for 7, and once I'm checking for 7, so I'll check that all the possible cases for 7, do they give me at least 3 pairs or not? If they're giving me more than 3 pairs, that is good, that is very good. But are they giving me at least 3 pairs? So if it does, then I'll stop here and I'll print this minimum only. Otherwise I can keep on checking for other cases as well, right? Is this much part clear to all of you? If this much part is clear, then please give a +1 so that we can move ahead with the question. If this much part is clear to all of you, then please give a +1 so that I can move ahead with the question now. Shall I move ahead? I just wanted to ask, shall I move ahead? Okay. So now let me show you once as well. So if I will show you, so you can see that for this case, for the second case, the output is 7, right? The output is 7 because as we saw that if you will pick 7 socks, then you will definitely get the answer, right? If you will pick 7 socks, then you will, for all the possible cases of 7, you will get at least k pairs, right? So this is clear to all of you. Now how can we approach this question? How can we approach this question? So for approaching this question, one thing that I want to say, one thing that I want to highlight is, now this much part is done. Okay, this much part is done. Let's move forward. So now since this much part is done, now the problem lies. First of all, tell me if I'm given, let's say I'm given, let me draw the original case. So let me just see what was the 3, 4, 5 and 3. Okay, so the original case, the first test case was 3, 4, 5 and 3. Okay, so for this case, the total number of pairs that I could make, the range for it was 12, since I had to make 6 pairs. So for this, the range was 6 to 15 because the minimum socks that I could pick was 12 and the maximum that I could pick was 15, right? Now from here, I need to notice one thing, and that is, how can I pick? Okay, so what I will check that since I need to find k pairs, right? So if I cannot make k pairs, if I take all and I cannot make all pairs, right? Let's say I pick three socks of this type. How many pairs I can make? I can make 1 pair. Okay. How many pairs I can make from these 4? So I can make 2 pairs, right? How many socks I can make from these type 3 socks of 5? In quantity 5, so I can make 2 pairs for this as well. For this 3, I can also make 1 pair. So this is the maximum pair that I can make for all. So what is the total sum? The total sum is nothing but 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, right? So if I'll take all these socks, so I can make 6 pairs, right? So I am saying that if I take all the 15 socks, if I'll take all the 15 socks from here, if let's assume that I take all the 15 socks, so if I'll take all the 15 socks, so I will make nothing but 6 pairs, right? I will make 6 pairs. So I'll check that what is the total number of pairs that I can make. So for that, the total number of pairs that I can make is nothing but total number of pairs. What is the total number of pairs that I can make? Can someone tell me in the chat? What is the total number of pairs that I can make? So the total number of pairs that I can make is nothing but I'll keep on adding all the array of I. Let me write the A for this notation. I'll all the quantities for the ith sock type, I'll divide it by 2. If I'll add all the i's, if I'll find the summation from all the i's from 0 to n, if I'll find all the i's for this, so this will give me all the total pairs, right? All the total pairs. Does everyone agree on this? Everyone agrees that the total pairs that I can get is the sum of all the pairs, that is A of I. A of I is the count for ith sock that has been given to us, and divide by 2 will give me a pair. So the total number of pairs that I can make is nothing but this. Everyone, all those who agree can give a +1, okay? Can give a +1. All those who agree that they can give a +1 so that I can move ahead, okay? Okay, perfect. Now this much part is done. After this, since this is the part, so I'll check what I will check if the total pairs. I'll check nothing but I will check if the total pairs that I can make, if that total pairs is less than the pairs k. Okay, the number of pairs that I want is k. So the number of pairs that I want is k, but the total number of pairs, if the total number of pairs that I can make, total pairs is what? Total pairs is nothing but summation of I start from 0 to n. So total all the pairs, and I keep on adding A of I divided by 2, right? This is what I can do. This will give me the total number of pairs. So if the total number of pairs that I can make, thanks Akash, so you have understood it. Perfect. So let's move on. So now the total pairs I can make, the total number of pairs that I can make, if I can make total pairs, this much, this is the amount that I can make total pairs. If that is less than k, okay, so if even after taking all the socks I cannot make a pair, so that means that I will simply return a -1. I can simply return a -1, right? Everyone agrees on this? Everyone will agree on this, right? Now what is the other part? In the else part, there can be various situations, right? So one thing that I forgot to tell you, that we'll be discussing now. So I'll just take a couple of minutes to discuss this thing, okay? So I have, let's say I choose some. So if otherwise it will be possible, right? So otherwise, since it is possible, so now since it is possible, so I'll check in the else part, like what I can do now, what I can do from here on, like how I can find all the pairs, right? So what I can do is, let's say I pick one from one pair. Let's say I get one pair from this, okay? I get one pair from this, I get two pairs from this, I get two pairs from this, I get one pair from this, okay? And let's say I wanted to let's say for this case, let me check once. So what is the number of pairs that I need to find? So the number of pairs that I need to find is 6, okay? So the number of pairs that I need to find is 6. So you can see that I need to find 6 pairs, okay? So for this case it is quite visible, but let's change the test case. Let's look at the other test case. So if the test case, if I'll take the second test case, if we'll look into the second test case, and that will be nothing but, it will be nothing but 4,6, right? And I need to make 3 pairs out of it, okay? I want 3 pairs, right? If you will look into the question, so it is saying that I want to find the minimum 3 pairs, okay? For this case, for the second case I need to find the minimum of 6 pairs, 3 pairs, right? So if I want to find 3 pairs, so you can see that I can get 2 pairs from this, I can get 3 pairs of this, so that means that 5 pairs that I'll get, that will be greater than the 3 pairs that I want. So that is perfect. Now what I can say is, you do nothing. If it's even, if you feel that the count for a particular type of sock, if it is even, then you can do what? If it is even, then you just save two socks in this, and you take only less than, let's say, for if there are a of I socks, okay? If there are a of I socks, then what I'm saying is, if it's even, okay, if a of I is even, then what you can do is, you take all the socks, you take let's say I'm declaring a variable chosen, okay? The total number of socks that I have picked, so total number of socks that I have chosen plus equal to nothing but a of I minus 2 divided by 2, okay? So what I'm saying is, what I'm basically trying to say from this case is, I'm saying that when you have even, so just pick one sock less, okay? So just save 2 socks. So if I am saying this, so I am saying basically that pick 2 socks from here, and from here also you just pick 4 socks, right? You save 2 socks for here, and you save two socks for here as well, right? If it is even. And if it is odd, if the a of I that has been given to me, if it's odd, if it is nothing but odd, I can see a lot of people are watching and you have not liked the video. So if you like the explanation part, like I am taking much effort to explain all the test cases, so please like the video, and also give a +1 if everything is clear up till now. Please like the video so that I know that everything is clear to all of you, all those who have not liked, okay? Now if my a of I was even, then I could have done this. If my a of I is odd, then that means that I can choose all the elements, but like chosen plus is equal to nothing but a of I minus 1, okay? A of I minus 1 divided by 2. What I'm saying is, you don't choose one element for here. For odd, you don't choose this last one odd sock, right? One last sock you will not choose, because for this sock you will not have another sock of this type, because since it will be odd, right? So that is why what I'm saying is, if you have, let's say something like 3, so I'm saying that you just pick 2 socks, so that from these 2 socks you can make 1 pair, right? This is what I'm saying. So if you will do this, so then what I'm saying is, then what I want to tell you is, if you will do this, so now there will come 2 circumstances. I'll tell you why I want to do this, because I don't want to pick all the elements, and neither I want to miss a chance miss a chance such that I am unable to find the optimal minimum answer, right? So what I can do is, if the number of chosen, okay, if the chosen pairs, if the pairs that I have chosen, okay, if the pairs, what I'm saying is, if the pairs that I have chosen, okay, if they are greater or equal to k, so there can be a situation that the pairs that I have chosen up till now, what I'm saying is, you just, for odd, you just do one thing, you just leave one pair of socks left in the drawer, and for even, and for odd you just left the one odd song behind, and you make all the, for all the others you make a pair, okay. So if the total pairs chosen, if the chosen pairs is greater or equal to k, that means that you are in a situation that you can find your minimal answer. And for this you can simply return nothing, but I will tell you what you can return for this. Can someone in the chat please tell me like what we can return for this? Like if the total socks that I have chosen, hi anonymous fan. So if the total songs that I have total socks that I have chosen up till now, if that is greater or equal to k, so what I can say is, I can always make a pair, right? So if for all the k minus 1, let's say I pick k minus 1, okay, I pick k minus 1 pairs, that means if the chosen is greater, if the songs, if the all the socks that I have chosen, all the pair of socks except one pair in the even socks, if all the socks that I have chosen, the total number of socks that I have chosen, the total number of pairs that I get from these socks, please explain that part again, okay. So what I'm saying is, okay, Akshat, I'll explain it once more. What I'm saying is, for this a of I, if this a of I is even, then you just leave one sock, okay. I'll explain it once again. Let's see it once again, okay. Let's see this once again. Let's try and look at this once again. Just let me redraw it so that I can explain it better. Just give me a second, because I know that this part is a little bit tricky, but since this is a mathematical problem, so this is how we can approach this, okay. Let's say I have 4 or 6, right? So I have 4 and 6 and I need to make 3 pairs, right? So how can I make 3 pairs? What I can do is, I can pick 2 socks from this, and I can pick 4 socks from this, and this will give me one pair, right? And this will give me 2 pairs, right? So I'll be getting total 3 pairs, and that is the minimum that I need. So what I'm saying is, let's say what I had is, let's say I had 5 comma 7, okay. Even if I had 5 comma 7, so what I could have done is, let's say I choose 4 socks from this, and I choose 6 socks from this. I'm leaving one odd sock from here, I'm leaving one odd sock from here, for here as well, right? So now what is the total pairs that I can make? I can make 2 pairs for this, and I can make 3 pairs of this, right? So the total pairs will be 5, and it will be greater than this, right? 5 pairs will be greater than 3 pairs, and for this as well, 3 pairs will be greater or equal to 3 pairs, right? The total pairs requirement, the total requirements. So I am saying is, if you have even, so just don't pick all the socks, okay. Just leave one pair for the even, and if you have the odd number of socks, then in that case you do one thing, you just leave out the odd sock itself and make the pair for all the other socks, okay. This is what I am saying. If you have a of I mod 2 equal 0, if it is even, right, if it is even, then you choose what? A of I minus 2 divided by 2. The reason why I'm saying is because if what I'm trying to find is minimum number of socks, right? So this is why I'm trying to not take a pair from this, from even. I'm saying that let's not take one pair from even number of socks for a particular I. And if my A of I mod 2 is equal 1, so if it is odd, so what I'm saying is, if it is odd, so let's take all the cases, and let's say that I chose A of I minus 1, right? I will not take one sock from here, and I'll divide it by 2, okay. So ultimately I'll keep on adding my sum. Once I add all the chose for all the I starting from 0 to n, then what I'll get is I'll get nothing, but I'll get the number of chosen pairs, right? I'll get number of chosen pairs. If the number of chosen pairs that I choose, if the number of pairs that I choose, okay, if the number of pairs that I choose, if that is greater than k, that is greater or equal to k, then that means that I can make the minimum requirement, okay. I can keep the socks minimum in a way such that I can first of all I can take 2 into k minus 1. What I'm saying is, let's take, if I'm even if what I'm saying is, by doing this for the even socks, and by doing this for the odd socks, if it is even, then I'm not taking two socks for the even sock, ith sock, and if the ith sock is odd, then I'm not taking one sock. So even after leaving a lot of socks like these, even after that, if I'm able to make pairs, so that means that I can make 2 into k minus 1 pairs. I can definitely make 2 into k minus 1 pairs, right? And sorry, job kya this is like anonymous fan, so I request you to ask these doubts on to me on LinkedIn if it is possible. Otherwise you can ask in the chat after the session is over, so that the team, JFG team, can reply to this doubt. Like currently I cannot take this doubt because this is beyond the scope of this video. Okay, so 2 into k minus 1 is what I can take. 2 into k minus 1 is what? 2 into k minus 1 is nothing. What I'm saying is 2 into k minus 1, I can take these socks for my this. Okay, for this, if this is the case, that means that I can 2 into k minus 1 socks pair can be made directly, and then I'll be left with n like then what I'm saying is, for all the other socks, since you have at least left for each, either you have left 1 or 2 socks in each of the array elements, right? So what I'm saying is, you pick one sock, you pick n socks from, you pick this n socks from each you pick one sock. So in the end you will be picking n socks total, and you take one more sock. Okay, and you take one more sock from any other. So this is nothing but the pigeonhole principle. Okay, this is nothing but the pigeonhole principle. So this will mean that you will make 2 into k minus 1 pairs from this, and 1 pair from this. This will make 2 into k minus 1 pairs, and this will make 1 pair. Okay, so the total will be 2k pairs. Okay, this will be it. So this is if I'm leaving a lot of pairs, even if I'm leaving a lot of even pairs, for one even pair for each even number of socks, if I'm doing this, then I can even get the answer. If that is not the case, so it means that I need more socks, right? So in this case, what I can say is, in this case what I can say is, I need to return something more. Okay, so in this case it means that I will choose this chosen number of socks. I will pick all these socks. I'll pick all these chosen pair of socks as well. But now I need more socks. Okay, I need more socks. And for needing more socks, what I want is, if I'll need more socks, then what I want is, I need what? Can someone tell me in the chat what I need? So I'll again pick n socks. What I'm saying is, I'll again pick n socks. Okay, one sock from each. I'll pick one sock from each, and if I'm picking one sock from each, so it will give me an n. And now it is not that I'll pick one sock and I'll get it. Okay, because already I've chosen from these n socks, I have these number of pairs, so I have chosen number of pairs already there. Okay, chosen pairs are already there. Chosen is the particular number, it is already present, right? So now total k minus chosen. Okay, total k minus chosen, if I'll add k minus chosen pairs more, so from this, amongst these n, I'll get one more pair if I'll add k minus chosen from this. Okay, so in this way, what it will mean is, it will give me all the 2k, at least 2k pairs that are possible for me. In this case, if the total socks that you are choosing, by evenly leaving 2 pairs for each even, and one pair for one, 2 socks for even number, and odd for odd number. For the is this case, if for the odd number you are leaving 1 sock, and for the even number if you are leaving 2 socks, so that means that you are quite comfortably above the k mark. Okay, so in this case you only want to make 2k pairs. Okay, you are comfortable with making 2k pairs, so you can say that 2 into k minus 1 pairs will always be possible. Now what you can do is, you can pick one sock from each color, and you can take one random sock, and by the pigeonhole principle you can say that this n plus 1 will give you, by taking n socks and adding one more sock to it, you will get a total of nothing but, you will get a total of all the songs, right? So this is what you will get. Everyone will agree on this, right? So this is how you can get 2k socks exact. Okay, but what if the number of socks that I was choosing optimally in an optimal manner, if they do not end up giving me answer, right? So that means that I need to add more socks, right? And if I need to add more socks, then in that case what I'll do is, I'll first of all, I have to take 2 into chosen socks, right? For making chosen number of pairs, this number of pairs, I need to take 2 into chosen number of socks, because I'll need this, but I'll need additional part as well. So I'll choose n, since I need to make more pairs, right? I needed to make k pairs. I wanted to make k pairs. Okay, I wanted to make k pairs, and I have only made chosen pairs, right? I have only made chosen number of pairs, the pairs number of pairs that I have chosen up till now. So that means that I will need k minus chosen more pairs, right? K minus chosen more pairs. So that is why I'll add k minus chosen more socks. Okay, k minus chosen is nothing but the number of pair socks that I have already chosen. So if I have n number of socks, one from each, and I add k minus chosen number of socks more, so that means that in the end I'll be able to make at least 2k socks. Okay, pair of socks. Is this much part too clear to all of you? I just want to confirm, is this part clear to all of you? Like Simran, Ashish, Akshat, and anonymous fan, Ron Weasley, Dheeraj, all of you, is this much part clear to all of you? I just wanted to confirm. Like if you choose some socks such that for the even socks you are not taking one pair of sock, and for the odd sock you are not taking the one odd sock, for that case, so that means that in the end you can simply take 2 into k minus 1 pairs will always be possible, and you can take n pairs, n socks, that is one from each type, and you can take one random sock, and because of the pigeonhole principle you will be getting a total of 2k socks. Okay, now there can be another case can be such that you take 2 into chosen, and then after that 2 into chosen you will need to take, but apart from this you will also need to take n socks, one from each. But now you can see that you were required to make k pairs. Okay, what I'm saying is you were required to make k pairs. Okay, Akshat, is this clear to you? Akshat or Dheeraj, is if you are still in the stream, so I just wanted to confirm. So I that means that k minus chosen, so this is the number of socks that I still need to produce. Okay, because I needed k, but I have produced chosen number of pairs. This is number of pairs that I have produced. So I have taken one pair from each, and I take more k minus chosen socks. So if I'll take k minus chosen socks more, so that will mean that I can make at least 2k pairs, right? Is this much part clear to all of you? I just wanted to confirm. Okay, is this much part clear to all of you? I'll just show you the code for this. So like the code part is not that big. What I've tried to do is nothing but I have taken the total pairs that I can make. So total pairs is nothing but I'll add all the AI divided by 2, and apart from this what I can do is the chosen number of pairs, or the picked number of pairs that I have. So what I can say is the chosen, if it is even, then I am saying that leave the one sock. Okay, and if it is odd, then I am saying that don't take one pair. Okay, if it is even, then I am saying don't take one pair. Okay, this is what I am saying. I am saying that don't take one pair if it is even. Okay, right? If it is even, then all I'm saying is you just don't take one pair. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Now this will definitely tell me that I can add if it is even, then I am saying that let's not take that one odd sock, and if it is odd, okay, if it is even, then I am saying that let's not take one pair from this even. Okay, and I'll check that if the total number of pairs that I can make, if it is less than k number of pairs that I require, so I'll simply return -1, because in that case my answer is not possible. And in the other part, what will happen is, in the else if part, if the chosen pair is greater or equal to k, still calculation part is not clear. Yes, Akshat, if you still have doubts, so you can ping me on LinkedIn. I will reply you on that, or you can ask after this live stream is over. You can just go through it. I think that this will be more clear if you'll watch. Definitely, if you'll watch this one more time, then things will be much more clear. Okay, if I have the chosen number of pair, if I have chosen number of pairs, okay, chosen is the number of pairs that I have chosen up till now, such that I have not taken one even pair. Okay, so if it is greater equal to k, so that means it is always possible for me to make 2k pairs. So in this case, I'll make only 2k pairs. Why should I make more than 2k pairs, right? Because that will increase the number of socks that I'll draw. Okay, so that is why I can make easily 2 into k minus 1 pairs, and after that I can pick n socks, that is I can pick one sock from each type, and I can take one random sock, and this n plus 1 is nothing but the pigeonhole principle. It says that if I've chosen n socks and I take one more n socks, one of each type, and I take one more socks, so that means that I'll be able to make one more pairs. So in this way I'll be able to make all the 2k pairs, right? All the 2k pairs. Okay, in this way I'll be able to make all the 2k pairs. Now another thing that I want to tell is, if I come into the else part, that means that I need to take more socks. Okay, so if I need to take more socks, then I'll do what? I'll take 2 into chosen plus n, right? Because I'll take chosen, since I'm making chosen number of pairs, so 2 into chosen is something that I'll be taking. Then apart from this, I'll be taking n socks, one of each type, and since I need to make k minus chosen more pairs, so that is why I'll add k minus chosen more. So this is also indirectly pigeonhole principle. In this, what I am saying is, the chosen number of socks that I have already made, that is perfect, but now the picked number of socks that I have already made, that is done, but now I need to make k minus chosen more pairs. Okay, so that is why I require more. So now let's try and submit it. I'll try and submit it, and let's see if this code works or not. Okay, okay, so it is giving me compile time error. Let me just verify it. Okay, now I think now it will not give a compilation error. Okay, let's try and submit it again. I don't think now it will give a compilation error. So you can see that this code got accepted in the best possible time complexity, because for this I am taking, since I am in only iterating, so it is taking order of n time complexity and order of 1 space complexity. Okay, is this question clear to all of you? Like, are you much more clear like how to approach such a question? I just want to know. From my side, the solution part is done, but now I'm waiting for 1 or 2 minutes. If everything is clear, then please give a +1 in the chat, so that I know that everything is clear. Okay, just give a +1 in the chat so that I know that everything is clear, right? Okay, so this was the problem of the day that we had to discuss today. So the problem of the day that you have to solve today on Geeks for Geeks practice. So we'll be coming up with the editorial tomorrow. If anyone has any doubt, just mention that. Otherwise, I can end the live stream in 30 seconds. Okay, if anyone has got any doubts, so please mention that. Akshat Chaturvedi, is this clear? Like Roy, it is clear to Roy, I can see. All the others who are present, I think that this solution is pretty much intuitive to all of you. Okay, so the video was pretty much long because I wanted to explain a lot of things. Sir, हिंदी में टीच तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहता. Basically, I think not all those people who are subscribed, they are familiar with Hindi, so that is why I had to take English. So I can see 5 people, even after 50 minutes, 5 people are live. Please like the video, all of you, please like the video. So that it will give me a motivation that okay, even after 50 minutes you like the since you can see that this problem was a little bit tricky, a little bit mathematical in nature, so that is why I had to take more time to explain it. So please like the video so that I know that everything is clear. Okay, please like the video and give a +1 so that I can end the stream now. Ultimately, like I know that this all of you have up till now, all of you have done your best, okay, to understand it. You can go through the video once more, or you can just dry run this code and you will get it. Okay, this is nothing but the last part is something similar to pigeonhole principle, right? So this part is done. Please like the video and make sure to subscribe the channel. Okay, please subscribe the channel for more such video editorials. And now just give a +1. Okay, you are working hard, so thanks. Like this is all initiative from Geeks for Geeks, so we should thanks GFG for this. Now that is all from my side. Now I'm leaving, so thanks a lot everyone for watching this video, and make sure to hit the like button and do subscribe the channel. And in case if you have any doubt, mention that in the comments and I'll get back to your doubt as soon as possible. So thanks a lot everyone for watching and have a great day.